Hey guys, welcome to day 6 of your Fit Life Tribe social media online influencer business builder coach trainings. Today the topic of conversation is conversation. This is one out of the 4 vital behaviors. If you remember that one vital behavior is inviting and sharing and conversations. And what I like to consider this vital behavior as, and as much as you'll probably hear invite, technically the inviting process of this vital behavior is only about 1% of this one vital behavior. You'll hear Beachbody Corporate saying it, you'll hear other people say invite, and truthfully, it's cool if you invite, but that's just like the gateway to everything else we really have to do. So I'm gonna dive in just a little bit more, because if I just tell you invite, I don't feel like I'm telling you the whole story of what really involves this one vital behavior. So I like to call this the interview process, because we can invite people all we want, but we're not really going to know what to invite them to or how to help them unless we ask them questions, right? If we want to be those business builders, we do have to invite, because it is just a solid 1% of it to open up that doorway to a conversation. But even when we begin that conversation, we have to start the interview process. If we're not asking questions, we're not going to know how to help, right? So let's go back to the basics on what a conversation is. A conversation is between 2 people, and it's a dialogue between a back and forth and a back. There's 3 different transactions of a dialogue for it to be considered a conversation. It has to be engaging, it has to be inviting, it has to be exciting, it has to be something that you want the other person to participate in. So how do you usually get someone to want to participate in something? You include them, right? You ask them, you invite them, you want to draw them in, bring them in, get to know them, let them talk about themselves. The biggest thing that I see in conversations, and where I also went wrong in the very beginning because I was nervous, because I really just thought it was inviting, I automatically, whenever I would invite and someone would respond, I automatically would go into this word vomit, talk about myself, and I knew and I assumed where we would get along. And let's set a scene real quick. Let's say you're a mom at home dealing with like 4 crazy children, and you get this invite from what seems to be an awesome looking cool ass person, and they're like, hey, do you want to join my wellness group? It's 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week, not too long, you can check in at any time you want, would you be interested? You're a mom, you're like, yes, I just want some accountability, I want to talk to someone who's not young, who's not 3 years old, and someone who actually speaks my language. Yes, please tell me more about it. And then all of a sudden, what happens if this mom gets this massive message back about what this other person is doing in order for them to feel so good about their lives, and this makes me feel alive, and our group is just awesome, and this and I feel wonderful, I understand, like I also have kids, and you don't even ask a question after that. That mom who has the 4 kids is gonna be like, screw myself for even spending the time reading your message telling me about how great you feel. I thought you wanted me to join you in a wellness group. See what I'm saying? So we have to set the tone for creating an environment of trust. And in order for us to do that, we have to create an environment where it shows that we care, that we want to help them. And what that does is that not only allows us to communicate and talk specifically business and wellness groups, but that alleviates pressure off ourselves to feel like we're being judged, to feel like we are putting ourselves into this like scary fire pit where people have to judge who we are, when truthfully, like they can do that from our social media page, and we're able to just sit here and just say, hey, I'm hosting a wellness group, would you be interested in joining me? And we can leave it at that, you know? So allowing ourselves to not only just invite, but really begin and engage into a conversation to start the interview process. Because an interview is either someone's answering questions or you're asking the questions. And in this case, we as coaches have to figure out if the people that we are inviting to our wellness groups can truly commit to a wellness group, or else we're just blowing smoke and we're not going to be great coaches. There's no point in getting a sale from somebody who's incapable of completing a wellness group that we have to offer at that time. You know, as much as a sale would be great and hitting Success Club 6 would be great, you can hit Success Club 6 by finding the right people. You just got to figure that out and really find those people. You really got to interview them, because you have to know that there is no one else out there that is you. You are an awesome coach. You have the tools, you have the training, and you have a team to help back you on whenever you bring in new clients. We got your back. There's nothing for you to worry about. You're staying consistent on social media. There's no reason for you to even fret about inviting 10 strangers to your next wellness group, because that's not even a part of the hard part. The hard part is seeing if we can actually help them start something with the Fit Life Tribe. And it is our duty to figure that out. It is our duty to not talk about ourselves. It is our duty to really figure out what we can do in order to help that mom, that dad, the daughter, the cousin, somebody get started into a healthy lifestyle. Another place of trust that I want to recognize real quick is your social media. So this should hit home a lot for the social media influencers and business builders. Please listen as well. This is being consistent on your social media and showing up to your journey every single day automatically gives the viewer, someone who is going into your stories every single day and is liking your photos every single day, possibly commenting on your photos every single day, that is giving them the knowledge and the understanding that not only are you consistent to your journey every single day, but you're someone that they can come to when they possibly might not be consistent in their future. Everyone's a little worried about starting a health and wellness journey because consistency is the most difficult for everybody. So if you are remaining consistent on your social media every single day, that's automatically giving your viewers a little bit more trust in you automatically. So when you do reach out to them, for the ones that are looking at your stories, that is how I find my people, that is how I invite my people, that is where I start conversations, is from anyone who is viewing my stories, because again, like we've talked about, they're stepping into your space, they're stepping into your storefront. It would be rude of me if I didn't at least say, hey, like, I'm doing a wellness group, would you be interested in joining us? It's like ignoring someone if they walk into your store. They are taking the time out of their day to see what you are doing. At least acknowledge them for doing that and invite them into your group. That way, it's not a complete stranger. They at least have an idea of what you're about. There's that trust there, and you just get that ball rolling. Because if not now, even if you invite them now and they say no, you've at least planted a seed and they're gonna continuously watch, okay? So that trust of you staying consistent on your social media builds that trust and that bond prior to you even reaching out to them. So when you do reach out to them, it's gonna give you more clout and just a positive vibe between the two of you. Another big topic of conversation I would love to bring up is that we are in the business of not making assumptions. You know, we all know that a health journey can be pretty private. A health journey can be hidden. We don't know what someone else is going through until we talk with them. Therefore, when we are going through our Facebook page and we have to just friend 10 people that day, other than looking at their job description, because we don't want to be inviting someone else that's like from Limelight or Yonique or It Works, like that's not what we're about. And we obviously don't want to be spammed. As we're inviting those 10 people, I highly encourage you not to judge as you're inviting. The only two things you really need to be aware of is check out their job description and check out if they're friends with anyone else in the Fit Life Tribe. And if they are, just click that little X and a new friend option will pop up and just friend them there. It is our duty to not judge. You know, we were not put on this earth to judge anybody at all. Even after we begin to have a conversation with them, we can't, and if we're like, oh, they seem a little weird, this, that, and the other, like, we have to continuously ask questions in order for us to really figure out if we can work with them or not. But from the beginning, it is our job to not judge. As we were not put on this earth to judge anybody. And as much as that is real with us not judging other people, we also have to make sure that we are not judging ourselves. Because when we sit back and we begin to judge who we are as people, and we begin to pick apart ourselves and our little idiosyncrasies and insecurities, that's going to come through when we talk with people. God in the universe has a bigger plan for us, and we were not put on this earth to judge other people, nor were we put on this earth to judge ourselves. So when it comes to this business, we really need to put our blinders on, even towards ourselves, and stay focused, remain goal-oriented, and just helping people get started on a fitness and health journey. Don't talk about ourselves. Don't talk about how we feel. Ask them questions. Another thing that we have to understand and be open to is knowing that how we came into this business, or how we ended up here, or why you're watching this video right now, your journey to right now is not going to look the same as somebody else. And you need to be open to allowing that journey to happen in all different types of facets to whoever you're talking with. So whoever you're talking to, however you want to invite them into this opportunity, in order to help you with this responsibility of helping other people, it is our job to be open enough to give different avenues for people to get here today, to get here now to watch this video. How I got here is not the same as how Mallory got here. How I got here is not the same as how Ashley got here. How I got here is not the same as how Jesse got here. We have to be open to allowing all different avenues for our potential clients to get them here. And it is not our duty to judge our experiences and our past experiences and anything in our past that got us to where we are today, to halt or stop putting up a possible potential barrier for someone to get here. Our experiences are not someone else's experiences. If we, like myself, felt like a challenge pack was super expensive, someone else will probably not think it is. And it is not our duty to judge that. It is just our duty to present them a solution to what they want and what they need in their life. And in order for us to figure out what they can have and what they want, and if they're really seriously committed to doing this, is asking questions. It all goes back to simply just asking questions. That way the focus isn't on you, it's on them. It's understanding how we can help them more, and then bring them into the Fit Life Tribe, and that's when we can form a better relationship. But we can't form a relationship prior to bringing them into the Fit Life Tribe, because that's not going to give you that much respect for this business. You're not keeping your focus, and you're going to be wasting your time. So sure, we have to have a little bit of a relationship, and that little bit of a relationship is going to come with that trust from you staying consistent on your social media. But after that, when we talk, it's business. Don't talk about yourself. Ask them questions, and just stay focused on the path towards helping them just get started with the Fit Life Tribe, with a program, with a product, something that's going to make their lives just a little bit better every single day is what we can do. Okay, a few more things about just having basic conversations and little tips before I get into the real methodical part of it. So as we're having these convos, it's always better to talk about we, us, the tribe, not I, me, you, her. It's always us and we. And when we complete this, when we get you your first results after the 21 days, after we get you results after 2 weeks, what our job here is to let them know that we as coaches see vision. We've seen it before with other people. We've seen it before with our teammates. We know that these products work. So when we know that activity and commitment, when we decide to commit, then we know that we will succeed. What we have to allow ourselves to do when we have these conversations is little tidbit words like we, us, together, tribe. When we finish the finish line together, I'm going to send you a share cart with exactly what I got myself. When it's an inclusive thing, that person is going to feel a part of a team. And a part of a team is what everyone wants to feel like. Everyone wants to feel included. And if we allow that to just create that world to be created around them, and on top of that, if we let them know, hey, I'm so excited for you to get your first results in 2 to 3 weeks. I'm so excited to cross that finish line with you. And we look to and help them envision the result from their hard work and efforts, and it's the results of the products of us all working together. That is what matters. They're not buying just products. They are buying what these products and this team and this community can do for them. So taking the focus off the products and focusing on the team and what we can do as a team is where you will succeed in this business, because the products are great. We know that. We've seen them work, but without a team, without commitment, without doing it, the products aren't going to do anything. We can have the tools, but if we don't have the people to use the tools together, we're not going to build anything. So this is the focus. You never want to get into a tit for tat, money, this product, when you're talking with people. You just want to help them see the overall value of just coming into the Fit Life Tribe and getting a challenge pack and letting them know, hey, you're not signing anything in blood. If you don't get your results that you like after 2 months, a month, or however long the program is, or 2 months, whatever, you can let them know, like, you can get all your money back. But the worst thing you can do is try it and maybe change your life. Simple, as simple as that. That's the other part of the conversations that we need to do. We have to keep it simple. We have to stay enthusiastic, and we have to stay charismatic, and we have to keep it simple. So many times we'll get this little like analog, just blinders and just telescope, and like we feel like we're being judged ourselves when we're talking with people, and we need to stop that. Because what did I say prior? We can't allow ourselves to be judged. We can't judge ourselves, or else that allows other people to judge us. We can't get into a tit for tat. This is what it is. This is what I have to offer you. This is what you said you wanted. This is how I can give you a solution to any issues that you have. And if you don't want it, that's fine. I'll be here in the future. But at least you know that this is here, and I've at least planted a seed. Okay?